Imagine grabbing your suitcase at the airport only to realize it's not yours. And everything inside hints at a stranger's life, an accidental adventure you'll never forget. I barely slept on my flight, dragging my teal suitcase behind me like it held all my sanity. When I grabbed it at baggage claim, relief washed over me until I started unpacking. None of my clothes were inside. Instead, there was a leather notebook filled with sketches, a camera brimming with photos, and a scarf that smelled faintly of sandalwood and rain. My heart flipped. This wasn't my bag. I scanned the airport and spotted him. Tall, dark-haired, scanning the carousel like a man on a mission. He noticed me holding the bag and our eyes met. There was a brief pause, then a sheepish smile. "That's mine," he said, relief in his voice. We laughed awkwardly over the mix-up, and somehow we ended up agreeing to meet later in the city to exchange the suitcases properly. By the time we reunited outside, the sun was spilling gold over San Francisco. I introduced myself, Sophie. He smiled and said, "Elias." And just like that, a wrong suitcase had brought us together. We wandered the streets without a plan, discovering hidden murals, tiny cafes, and alleys humming with stories. Elias flipped through his notebook, showing me sketches of the city I barely knew. I peeked at his camera photos, sunlit streets, laughing strangers, a world captured in moments. Somehow, I felt like I was stepping into his story. We shared pastel-colored macarons, laughed at a pile of sunbathing sea lions, and rode a carousel, spinning so fast I nearly fell off a painted horse. His hand brushed mine, and my stomach fluttered. The suitcase that started the day was forgotten at our feet, its purpose complete. Later, we ducked into a tiny bookstore tucked behind neon signs. We laughed over absurd book titles, traded playful guesses about characters, and even left a little mark in one of his notebooks. A sun and a tiny boat, a memory of our day. Each shared moment felt like magic, each glance like something stolen just for us. The evening led us to Pier 39, where the city lights reflected on the water. We paused at a quiet overlook, the Bay Bridge glittering in the distance. His hand brushed mine again, longer this time, and I didn't pull away. It felt natural, as if the city itself had conspired to bring us together. "Want to grab a coffee?" he asked softly. "Or maybe something stronger? The day deserves a proper ending." I laughed and nodded. The cafe was warm, quiet, the suitcase resting in the corner like it had done its job. We sat across from each other, the hum of the city outside our own private soundtrack. "Do you think we'd do this again?" he asked, leaning forward. "Explore the city, get lost in random adventure, just us?" "Yes," I said simply, smiling. "Absolutely." We exchanged our suitcases for real this time, fingers brushing in a spark neither of us ignored. "Thank you for everything today," he murmured. "No, thank you," I replied softly, "for making the city feel like magic." As I walked away, suitcase in hand, I realized the day had started with a simple mistake and ended with something unforgettable. A wrong suitcase, an accidental meeting, and a city full of surprises had turned into a day I'd never forget. And maybe, just maybe, some accidents were meant to bring people together.